Two legendary minds from East and West, Zhuge Liang and Leonardo da Vinci. One was a genius of warfare and politics. The other, a boundary-breaking force in both art and science. Though they lived in vastly different cultures and eras, both men embodied the very essence of what we call genius. Today, we'll explore 8 key themes to compare Zhuge Liang and Leonardo da Vinci and uncover why they remain iconic figures who changed the world. Part 1. Historical context. Zhuge Liang emerged during the chaos of the late Eastern Han Dynasty, an era of war and fragmentation known as the Three Kingdoms period. Amid constant power struggles, Zhuge Liang played a pivotal role in helping Liu Bei establish the state of Shu Han. At the time, China was divided into 3 kingdoms: Wei, Shu, and Wu, locked in strategic battles for survival. Zhuge Liang sought to bring order to an unstable era through strategy, diplomacy, and governance. Leonardo da Vinci lived in the heart of the Renaissance, from the late 15th to early 16th century, in an Italy divided into city-states, and emerging from the religious rigidity of the Middle Ages. The Renaissance was a time of explosive growth in humanism, science, and the arts. Leonardo stood at the center of this transformation, endlessly exploring new forms of knowledge and expression. Part 2. Intellectual curiosity and versatility. Zhuge Liang was not just a strategist, he was a polymath. He excelled in military planning, astronomy, mathematics, geomancy, and mechanical engineering. The woodnox and gliding horse Mu Wu Yu Ma was not just a cart, but a sophisticated logistics device. He also created the self-rotating lantern Deng Lu, and his knowledge of geography and weather forecasting gave him a strategic edge on the battlefield. Leonardo's genius spanned art, anatomy, engineering, and hydrodynamics. His investigations into human anatomy led to precise drawings of muscle structure and internal organs. He explored the divine proportion of the human body and captured humanity's place in the universe through his famous Vitruvian Man. His notebooks revealed visionary sketches of helicopters, submarines, and multi-barrel cannons, ideas far ahead of his time. Part 3. Roles as leaders and advisors. Zhuge Liang went beyond his initial role as Liu Bei's advisor. After Liu Bei's death, Zhuge Liang essentially governed the Shu Han state, overseeing both domestic administration and military campaigns. His famous Memorial of Departure reveals a leader committed to duty and selflessness, deeply respected by both citizens and soldiers. Leonardo was not a politician, but he served as a trusted technical advisor to rulers like Ludovico Sforza of Milan and the Medici family of Florence. He designed military weapons, architectural structures, and festival machinery. Though he never held power himself, his technical expertise made him a respected figure among the elite, a symbol of intellectual authority. Part 4. Icons of invention. Zhuge Liang's woodnox was designed to reduce manpower needed for transporting supplies, and it reportedly played a key role in securing supply lines during military campaigns. His south-pointing chariot maintained directional orientation, a precursor to the modern compass. These were not just clever tricks, but strategic tools in real combat scenarios. Leonardo, meanwhile, created hundreds of inventive sketches: rotor-based flying machines, multi-barrel artillery, cranes, water-pumping systems, and even an early concept of a humanoid robot called the Mechanical Knight. His flying machine mimicked the anatomy of birds, and while few of his inventions were built during his lifetime, the scope and creativity of his ideas continue to inspire modern engineers and scientists. Part 5. Humanity and their public image. Zhuge Liang is remembered as a clean-handed and devoted statesman. His Memorial of Departure still moves readers with its honesty and patriotism. In East Asian cultures, he symbolizes the ideal of a loyal and selfless advisor. In literature, TV dramas, and games based on the Three Kingdoms, he's portrayed as the paragon of virtue and strategy. Leonardo, on the other hand, is celebrated for his profound emotional insight. The mysterious smile of the Mona Lisa continues to fascinate viewers, offering layered interpretations of human emotion. His anatomical drawings reflect not only scientific precision, but also reverence for life. Today, Leonardo is seen not just as a painter, but as a thoughtful visionary who blurred the line between art and science. Part 6. The loneliness of genius. Zhuge Liang bore the immense burden of governance and warfare. During his northern campaigns, he endured logistical challenges and limited resources, yet never abandoned his vision. He faced internal conflicts as well, such as Wei Yan's rebellion, and ultimately died in a battlefield tent, having given everything to his state. His end is often seen as the symbolic sacrifice of a genius committed to duty. Leonardo also struggled to find a consistent platform for his ideas. He traveled among city-states in search of patronage, and at times felt overshadowed by contemporaries. In his later years, he moved to France under the patronage of King Francis I. Many of his concepts were too advanced for his time and went unrecognized. To many, Leonardo represents the timeless outsider and inventor, artist, and philosopher, often misunderstood in his own era. Part 7. Legacy after death. Zhuge Liang was posthumously titled Loyal and Martial Chengmu, and his tomb and shrines became sites of reverence. He remains a cultural icon in China, Korea, and Japan. References to being like Zhuge Liang are used to praise brilliant strategists. In games, novels, and TV series based on the Three Kingdoms, he is one of the most celebrated and recognizable characters. Leonardo's posthumous influence has been equally profound. Regarded as the ultimate symbol of the Renaissance, his notebooks and paintings are housed in museums around the world. Scientists at NASA, European engineers, and even modern UX designers have cited Leonardo's thinking as a source of inspiration. He stands as a timeless icon of human imagination and curiosity. Part 8. Conclusion. The power of timeless thinking. Though Zhuge Liang and Leonardo da Vinci lived in entirely different worlds, they both transcended the limitations of their times. Whether navigating the harsh realities of war and politics or breaking boundaries in science and art, both men imagined a better world and acted on it. Their genius wasn't just knowledge, but a practical philosophy that tackled real problems. They balanced ideals with pragmatism, logic with emotion, and calculation with passion. That's why these two continue to live on, not just in books and museums, but in how we think, dream, and create. Even today, someone may be holding the line like Zhuge Liang or dreaming of flight like Leonardo. Which genius inspired you more? Let us know in the comments.